What's up? This is Kyle. As you saw by the title, I wanted to show you realistic dropshipping results from someone who's a 19-year-old college student who started this just a few months ago after they realized that they didn't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of their life. Um, just kind of wanted to get on here and show you like how it actually works and everything like that. And you're not just going to have $100,000 in your bank account overnight. It's actually going to be, a gradual thing because it's not just some get rich quick scheme. It's really it's a business. You have to run it like a business. So, as you can see right here, the past 7 days we have done 4,200 in revenue. And the good thing about this store right here is I have no ads running for this store. This is pure organic. Now I don't run organic. This just happened to be an organic store that I was able to hit. So we're at 4,200 in the last 7 days, and then overall we are at 6,300. So I am running a 85% profit margin on this store itself. This is not my first ever store. I've had a few other stores. I had one with 10K and then one with about 5K. I'll throw the screenshots up here in a second. But yeah, I really just wanted to show you the realistic results with this because, you know, I'm just your normal kid. I'm just a normal 19-year-old college student who just realized that working a 9 to 5 isn't for me. College isn't for me. But, we can't always, say that this is going to work out and quit our jobs or quit college. You got to actually show it to work out first because you're going to need money in your life. The world revolves around money, especially the U.S. It revolves around money. So, right here today we're at $531 in sales, and kind of what I wanted to go over was really like how I got here and everything like that. I saw all those YouTube videos online of drop shipping and everything like that, and I realized I didn't want to work a job. I was like, man, I need to make some money some other way. So I kind of did my research on it. Started watching YouTube video after YouTube video on really how to do this, and then I kind of applied everything from everybody and kind of made my own way on how to do it. And that's what I recommend everybody do because you can't expect one person's way to work out exactly for you. That's the way that's what worked best for them. What you do is you're going to want to compile a bunch of information from everybody and then kind of make your own way. So that's what I've done here. And I found a product that has, virality behind it. It has a desire behind it. And it has, of course, a customer base behind it. That's your main thing. If you have a product that, is like a paperclip, of course you have customers behind it, but it's not viral. Someone doesn't need it right then and there when they see your ads. They're like, holy shit, I need this product. So those are the types of things that you have to hit on your certain product. So I kind of wanted to go over that today. So right here, we have your product. Now, your product is going to have to hit desire, problem, and trend. And what I mean by that is your customer. Do they desire that product? Do they see your ad and say, hey, I need that product right now? I can't go another day without this product. I need it. It needs to be in my wardrobe or it needs to, just be in my hands. So, and then problem. Does your product solve a problem? Does it, let's say it's like a back cruncher or whatever, or you put your back on it and it helps your back, break, whatever. So you need to, also solve a problem. Or it could even be a piece of clothing and say, hey, I don't have this piece of clothing. That's a problem. Everybody else has this piece of clothing. Why don't I have it? That's a problem for that customer. It might not be a problem for you, of course, but it's a problem for your customer. And also trend. Does it have any virality behind it? Like Labubus. Labubus a few months ago were super, super popular, and so they were trending. And I know a bunch of people who made $400,000, $500,000 in 1 week, 2 weeks off of those. So those are the three things that you really need to hit with your product. And if you are able to hit all three of those in one product, you have a winner. So the way that I like to find my winners is sometimes I'll go onto PPS. This is a software for dropshipping, and I like to search in the past 5 days, and I don't really find any products that I want to run in the past 5 days because someone's already running these products. If you see a product on here, it's already running. So that means if you're going into the game with someone with 300,000 impressions, for example, you are going to lose the bid on your advertising platform. On TikTok, for example, you're going to lose the bid. They're always going to outscale you. They're always going to do better than you. So you don't want to necessarily go into PP ads and look for products right here and then go steal them. What I like to do is I like to go into PP ads and find ideas. So let's say, for example, like this, this set right here, it's a lounge set. Now we click on it, it's a nice lounge set. I don't know where it's from, but we look at it, we look at their ads. They only have one ad running right now. So as you can see, I don't know how good they can be doing. They can be doing pretty good, pretty bad, who knows. But they have 100,000 impressions, and I assume that they're still running it as of today. So I assume they're doing pretty good on it if they have that many impressions in one day. But I might take this product and then go find, a product that is parallel to it. So maybe I go find another color of a lounge set. Like right now it's fall, so I might go find a brown lounge set or something like that. So you never want to rip something right off of PP ads just because you'll never win. But you should, get ideas. Like right here we have an advent calendar. Maybe it's a Sephora advent calendar. So let's go find an Ulta advent calendar or something like that, because you're never going to win, but always just be thinking of other things that you can do, and that's a good way to find a winner. Alright, so like another thing I like to do to find products is to just go on TikTok and actually look things up, just fall hoodies, for example. So I'll go here and I'll just look around, right here we've got some hoodies that, people like, things like that. And then what I'll do is, like, let's say it's a comfort hoodie right here. I'm not going to run this, of course, but you want to look at the comments and also the date it's posted, because if the date it's posted is usually around a month old, it's most likely ran if it has, a certain amount of engagement from it. So if I find something that's from a few days ago, great engagement, great comments that say, hey, love this hoodie, where's it from? I want this hoodie, I need this hoodie, blah, blah, blah. That in my mind is like, that might be a winner. So I'll go through the comments and I'll look through and I'll see, hey, the best hoodie, wearing it now. Yes, I have it. The color's gorgeous. Need this. What size? I love the color. I need one. Those types of things show me a product. People want it. It's trending. People have a desire for this hoodie, and it solves a problem for them. It's cold in the winter. People don't want to be cold in the winter, so they're looking for something cozy, looking for something comfy, and looking for something that's trendy that other people wear. So this would hit, kind of my three things that I need to hit. So, I won't run that hoodie, but for example, right here, OMG, I need this. This is from a year ago. Wouldn't run it, but people are saying, OMG, I need this, I need this, I need this. So those are the types of things that you need to be looking for when you're, looking around for a product. Because if your product does not hit those things, most of the time it won't be a winner. Sometimes it will be, most of the times it won't. So, again, just make sure you hit those three things: the desire, the problem, and the trend. Run a test on it. Sometimes tests fail. I've had hundreds of tests fail. Not hundreds, but I've had a lot of tests fail that, they fail, but I learn from them. So just test. You'll hit a winner. I've tested so many products. I almost gave up. I almost quit on this because I didn't think it was real. I see all the screenshots. I see everything like that, but I just think, oh, it's not real. It's just another way to sell something. So it really is real. This really does work. And if you get good at it, you'll get so good to a certain point that you're going to be able to make it your job. I just quit my job a week ago. I haven't made tremendous amounts of money where I can go out and buy a $4,000 apartment in Brickell and a M3 comp, but I've made enough money to where I can quit my job and make this my full-time thing, to where I can make that type of money. And I still live in my parents' basement. I still live in my parents' house. I'm not out of, I'm not saying I'm in the trenches or anything. I have an amazing family, everything like that. But I've been, given the opportunity to pursue this because this is what I want. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. And if you're watching this video right now, you don't want to work a 9 to 5. So if this video helps you in any way, let me know. But this video is mostly just really to, one, document my journey of my come up. I want to be able to see it for myself, but also you guys too see it and realize that this is an actual possibility that you can achieve. It's not just something that you see on YouTube, see on TikTok, and say, oh, this person just got lucky, or oh, they were funded by somebody else. I was not funded by myself. I worked at Best Buy. I funded this by Best Buy money. I was working my ass off 40, 45 hours a week just to be able to get to where I am today. So, again, I'm not in any way, ahead of everyone. There's people making triple my money of what I make in 1 week in 1 day. So, I just wanted to get on here and post this and just say, it is possible, and I wanted to show you realistic results. So, I will, in other videos, if this does blow up, explain a little bit more on like how to set up a store, how to set up an ad account, and how to find a winner. So yeah, just leave a comment below if you kind of want to see that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.